Hello, what's going on, guys? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I just want to talk about news that came out. It's kind of old for investment, uh, investment news or finance news, uh, and I think it's worth mentioning because of my whole thesis about dollar uh, going down, uh, and I'll talk about how a lot of investors are investing around gold because uh, generally speaking, when dollar goes down, gold starts to appreciate. So I just found out that Berkshire Hathaway, which is the company that Warren Buffett's CEO of, he just took a good position in Barrick Gold Corp. Okay, Barrick Gold Corp. Those of you guys don't know about is a company that is a gold miner. They basically uh, mines gold. So I'm thinking like how Warren Buffett has this thing about like he does not like gold because he thinks that gold is a poor investment. It's a if you buy gold, the gold does not give you any interest. Whereas if you buy stocks, you have a dividend coming out, or there's a you know uh, the value of the company increases over time. Whereas gold, uh, it just sits there and does nothing. So I mean, based on where we are in a macro situation, macro scenario, obviously, he is also in the same boat as people that think there's gonna be a lot, there's gonna be continuing inflationary period, and you know, because of that, gold is gonna be the benefactor. Um, so so what he did was instead of buying in gold directly, he bought gold producers. Company he took stake on company that produces gold. And another thing, this article in Yahoo Finance kind of points out that you know he sold off Wells Fargo, which is a bank, J.P. Morgan Chase. Uh, he sold basically a lot of his bank position, which I talked about. When there's a environment where central bank brings down the interest rate to zero, you the bank has like very little margin to make money. So um, a wise investor, or a smart investor will not, invest in banks in the situation that we are in right now throughout the world. I don't know any, major country, central bank has a interest, paying interest. So it's very very bad situation for banks, but as an investor, that's not what we care about. What we care about where the money is going to go. And Warren Buffett and many other investors are talking about gold, talking about commodities. I believe commodity is going to do really good. If you choose and pick and choose, right? If you pick and choose, metals, precious metals, they're gonna do well, right? That's what I think. No one knows the future. No one knows the future. I don't know the future. This is my opinion, and it just seems to me that my opinion is being validated by other investor that I respected, in community, in in the financial community. So, you know, in in investing, like you don't have to be right all the time. You don't have to be right all the time. You just have to be right, you know, enough time. Okay, you just have to be right enough time. If you're wrong enough time, then you're gonna get, you're gonna get blown up. But you just gotta be on the right side of the investors. Okay, and then just get out before everybody else get out. That's how this game goes, kind of. But I mean, let's look at the company that Warren Buffett, basically took position in. I just want to point out, like, I don't want to take too much time, but I want to point out that one key thing is that gold in 2011 peaked, okay, peaked at close to $2,000, and Barrett Gold Corp at that time was $49. Actually, it went all the way up to 51. Okay, right now gold is at close to 2,000, around the same price as 2011, but the the the, the company Barrick Gold Corp, the price is $27, which is significantly lower, than what it was at Gold's peak. So if you just do, like, if I think about, like, I don't, you know comparative valuation, I think he still has a quite a bit long way to go. And when it comes, and if you think about Warren Buffett, he doesn't invest in for 1 week, 2 weeks, when he puts money in, he's there. He's gonna be there for a couple of years. You know, he's not one of those flaky investors, like in and then when the and then out, right, next day. He's not like that. So he's thinking for the long term. His sentiment is that we are going to be in this inflationary period for some time, and we do not know when the central bank is going to start increasing interest rate. We do not know when the economy is going to go back, because there's a lot of things going on in the real economy. Like, for instance, there's a lot of exodus out of big cities like New York, Los Angeles, San Diego, California. There's a lot of people leaving those big cities. A lot of big companies that are not might not bring back their workers, or back in the office. They might just be like, hey, listen, guys, we don't need you. You can just work remotely. And that's a big impact um, in the commercial real estate market. I was reading an article that says that New York City already lost, like, already slashed like 30% rent. I mean, that's a huge, like, that's pretty, huge, for the real estate market in New York City, and I'm pretty sure it's happening all around the country. So there's a lot of uncertainty, in terms, and also, traveling. People using Zoom. People are using Zoom to communicate, so they don't have to travel. That's gonna affect the tourism. That's gonna affect the business travel, which is like, uh, you know the the airline company makes quite a bit of money. So if we have like less travel, if we have the real estate price go down, or, I mean, a commercial real estate price go down, like, what's gonna happen uh, to the real economy? There's a lot of uncertainty, right? So I think Warren Buffett, like, really thinking about, like, really deeply thinking about this situation of, he's sitting on a lot of cash. He basically, based on an article that I read earlier today, like, he's sitting on a lot of cash, and he's also sitting on Apple. Um, so Apple and cash. And now that he's purchased the Barrick Gold Corp. If you guys do decide to invest in any gold companies, if you don't have any experience in gold companies, you should know about the volatility of any gold mining companies. Like, these companies have huge volatility. It can go up, like, very fast, and it can also can come down very fast. So you have to have the stomach, you have to have the long term thinking process, and you have to do your own homework. If you do your own homework, and if you if you feel that this is a good investment for a couple of years or whatever time you decide to invest in, you have to go into knowing that this is a rough water. Mining companies are rough water. Whatever gold goes up, mining goes up three times. Quite 3x or 4x, something like that. I don't remember exactly, but it's leverage. They're leverage, so they're gonna go up a lot more than the the gold or any other commodity. Um, in general, and vice versa. When if, gold start going down, so does the barrel gold. They go down heavy. So you have to have the stomach to do it. But it's interesting how Warren Buffett sold out of the banks, going into gold, and he's not going into purchasing actual gold. He's going into company that produces gold. Because he's thinking like, well, if I just purchase gold, I'm just gonna stay around inflation, right? I'm just gonna I'm just gonna uh, keep my money with the inflation rate. But if I get into a company that produces gold, I'm looking to make some profit. I'm going to be making a return that is going to beat the inflation rate. That's how he's thinking. That's how Warren Buffett is thinking. But anyway, I just want to put that out there. Again, everything that I'm saying here is my opinion. It's up to you. You got to do your own research, figure out what's good for you or not. But this is something I think a lot of people should be aware of. What's going on. So. Um, that's about it. Have a nice day, guys.